guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are talking about products that are worth the splurge. Girl, we are all in the same boat when it comes to getting, lured into, expensive luxury makeup and skincare and beauty items. And you pay all that cash and then you get home and you're like, oh, this was way overhyped and not worth the money, and now I'm stuck with it. So today I've got 10 luxury beauty and skincare items that are worth the price, they are worth the splurge, and are definitely things that I would continue to repurchase. So if you're interested in learning about my top 10 beauty items that are worth the splurge, then please keep on watching. Now the first item that I've got to show you are the MAC Mineralize skin finishes. Now let me tell you, I collect these like they're going out of fashion. Like seriously, it's ridiculous. Now I'm showing you all of these because I don't really think it matters what color that you buy. They are all so good. They do actually come in two separate formulas. So the Mineralized Skin Finish, which is like more dewy, sort of glowy, beautiful highlighted skin. And then the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, which is typically sort of more of like a matte texture. Again, both are good, like they are amazing. This one here, Cheeky Bronze, is great because it can be used as a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter depending on your skin tone. Really universal, really easy to blend out, not chalky, and just awesome. And also the Soft and Gentle. This is a cult favorite amongst like literally everybody. Beautiful, beautiful highlight for every skin tone. In my opinion, these are totally worth the splurge. Okay, next up we have this cleanser by Clinique. This is the Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. And I am actually a Clinique partner, so thank you so much to Clinique for the opportunity, and I'm so happy to be part of the family. So this is basically a solid oil cleanser, and what happens is you scoop it out onto your finger. I'll give you a little demo. So it comes out looking like that. It kind of reminds me of coconut oil, solid coconut oil. I rub this into both my fingers like this, and as it melts, it turns into a liquidy formula. Well, essentially you can go straight in onto your face with this, rub it around, rub it over your eyeshadow, your eyeliner, all your foundation, your lipstick, all of it. And what happens is that oil really gets into the makeup, it breaks it down, it dissolves it. You can also add a little bit of water once it is on your face and really work it into the skin. It turns into sort of like a milky type kind of substance, and then you basically just take a wet face towel and you wipe your face, or you can just jump straight into the shower and wash your face how you normally would, and it will all come off. And it leaves my skin really well hydrated and moisturized because it is made of oil, so all of that oil penetrates into the skin, it absorbs into the skin, and it leaves your skin beautifully like soft as a baby's bum, like so soft and hydrated. It's amazing. I've definitely never found anything else on the market that works quite as well as this cleanser. It is just absolutely beautiful, and in my opinion, totally, I would pay twice the amount of money for this because it's that good. Next up, I've got two foundations. I've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. Now, I am including these because all the time people say to me, what do you think is the best dupe for Estee Lauder Double Wear or for the Studio Skin? Honestly, I don't think that these products are dupeable. I have never found anything out there that has anywhere near a formula as close to these in terms of long-lasting foundation, full coverage foundation, and foundation that can hold up against oily skin. So obviously, in my opinion, these are worth the splurge. I don't see the point in, like, let's take the Estee Lauder one, for example. This is a $50 foundation. It costs you $50 to purchase here in Australia. I personally don't see the point in buying, 2, 3, 4 drugstore foundations to try and make up for this one. You eventually spend the same amount of money anyway because you have to use more of those to get the same amount of coverage. You're not going to get the same finish that this will give you. Nothing else is going to last as long on your skin. I would much rather invest my money in a really good quality, long-wearing foundation that's going to look amazing on my skin and spend less money on other things. So in my opinion, investing in a really good quality, long-wearing, oil-controlling foundation is totally worth the money. Next up, I have the Glam Glow Mask. Now, this is the Super Mud Clearing Treatment. Now, girl, this is so expensive. It has got only 34 grams of product, and I think here in Australia, this might be about $80. And look, I've got to go buy another one. But believe me when I tell you, this is worth every single cent. If you have acne-prone skin, if you get hormonal breakouts, if you get breakouts, at that time of the month, it happens to all of us. If you have enlarged pores, if you have congestion, if you have, crazy out of control oil production, this thing is an absolute lifesaver. I remember when I first bought it, before I used it, I was handing over the money to the checkout lady and I was like, oh, I feel like this is a mistake. Even just using this only once made it totally worth it. It will absolutely zap acne. It will, like, you put this on, you put a mask on, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, your skin is looking perfect and fresh and clear again. I don't know what's in it. It's some kind of black magic. It leaves your skin so bright and clear and fresh and clean, and it kind of looks like you've been exfoliated even though technically you haven't. It's just just try it. I'm pretty sure you can purchase like those little sample packets of it. It's only got like a very small amount of product in it. Just try it. This stuff is well and truly worth the splurge. Next up, I've got these Smashbox contouring sticks. Now, they call these the step-by-step contouring sticks. These actually come in a 3-pack in a little box. Now, obviously, it's going to be way cheaper to pop down to the drugstore and purchase something similar from a more affordable brand. But honestly, with these particular ones, I think that it is worth the money to get the formula of these. These things are so creamy and crazy pigmented. Like, look at that beautiful color there. That one's a really nice cool tone. They call this the contour color. They've then got a bronze color, which is kind of like a little bit more warm. So that's that one there next to it. And then lastly, the third one is a highlight. They are so pigmented. They are so creamy. You can blend these out with your fingers. You don't need, you know, fancy sponges, fancy brushes or whatever when you have these. Another great thing about these contouring sticks is that they blend out to a powdery finish. So you know how sometimes cream contouring products, you know, they can sort of stay a little bit greasy on the skin. You can see the texture on top of them. You know, it's obvious that you've got a cream product on your cheek. Well, with these, you really can't tell at all. They melt into the skin, they disappear, and they're just so damn easy to use. And I will always pay money to make life easier. Like, number one thing that I will spend money on is convenience. Okay, next up I have a couple of Tom Ford products, and I know you're screaming. As soon as anyone says Tom Ford, it's like, oh, sell my house, sell my car, sell my inheritance. Okay, now I can afford it. Yes, these are pricey. I can't deny that fact. There is definitely no getting around it. These cost an arm and a leg. $85 here in Australia. Yeah. But honestly, the formula of these lipsticks is so incredible that it makes them totally worth the money. They are some of the creamiest, most pigmented, most comfortable formulas out there for sure. I can apply one of these first thing in the morning. It will last all day long. It doesn't separate or bunch up on my lips. It doesn't form that like really gross line that you get on the inside of your lips. They're just... Again, they're easy. They're easy to where you can apply them and forget about them. These aren't a purchase that you will ever regret. Like, they are so worth the splurge. And they're definitely a splurge too, but... Oh. And the second Tom Ford product that I have here is the Black Orchid fragrance. Now, I never... Well, I mean, not never, but I hardly ever talk about fragrances because, I don't know, I'm just terrible at describing them. But you guys... So, I mean, this is expensive. I've only got the... How much is in this? 30 mil. I think when I got this, I couldn't afford to buy the bigger size. But this stuff is so strong and it smells so incredible. And I personally think that what makes this worth the splurge is the fact that you can use it once and your clothes will smell like it for weeks. And that includes washing them. This stuff is so intensely strong, like so intensely strong. You only need like one tiny little spritz on your clothes. You don't need to like spray it all over you like you do with most fragrances. You basically need one spray. It's just so amazing. Obviously, you don't have to get this particular scent, but Tom Ford fragrances last forever and are totally worth the money. Next up, I had to mention the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I've been speaking about this for months, but it still remains my most used, most loved eyeshadow palette. The formulas in this palette are absolutely insane. The colors are amazing. You know, all these beautiful warm tones and cool tones and matte browns and oranges for blending through the crease. Just like it has absolutely everything, in my opinion, that you could possibly need in an eyeshadow palette. Plus, it smells like peach. I know, right? Oh, it smells absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you who have been leaving me questions and comments about this one, I did get this in the second launch. So I didn't actually get this palette, you know, the first time that they released it, I think about 2 years ago. I got it when they re-released it and made it permanent to the collection. And I believe that they rejigged the formula and made it better. A few of you have said, you know, when you first got this palette years ago, you know, that it was a bit patchy, it was a bit dry, you just weren't that happy with it. They've rejigged the formula and it is so buttery, so creamy, so easy to blend. It's really the only palette that I've been traveling with, that I've been using. I mean, obviously I use different stuff in tutorials, like that's a different thing. But for me, day to day, like this is just, it's everything. I need like 10 backups. And then finally, I have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Opal. Now, these are obviously pricey. It's not like a cheap, you know, highlighter. And I mean, in saying that, there's plenty of really great affordable highlighters out there. But the formula of these, like, it just hasn't been replicated. It really has not been replicated. They're so smooth. They're so pigmented. I also find these highlighters very smooth and not chunky. I know that a lot of people, and I mean, including myself, you know, when you apply your highlight on the top of the cheekbone, it can really accentuate the texture of your skin and your enlarged pores and things like that. These are so finely milled. I don't find that they accentuate, you know, texture on your cheeks at all. Honestly, these are totally worth the money. So that is it for the video, guys. I hope you found today's video interesting. This kind of video is something that I personally find super helpful because, you know, me as well, like I want to buy, you know, all this incredible makeup that everybody always talks about and stuff. But I go into the store and I see all these price tags and I'm like, oh, I don't know which items here, you know, are actually, you know, really, really good quality and worth the money. So I hope this helps those of you who might have been stuck in the same situation like that. As always, if you've tried any of these products, if you love them, if you hate them, any of these ones that I've mentioned, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you guys. And yeah, I love you all so much and I will talk to you in my next video.